What's going on online world and what's happening, soul family? Happy Saturday and happy Halloween. Happy Halloween. Spooky time, right? Y'all know how we do it, family. Please stand by as we get ready to go in on a few little chapters tonight. You know how we do it. We love to read. We love this knowledge. And we like to thank those that came before us, right? Uncle Bobby, Dr. Phil, you know what I'm saying? Brother Panic, Dr. Aleem L. Bay, the pillars, right? Everybody, man. Everybody. So stand by as we get this thing started, family. You know how we do it. You know how we do it. Cuffing season, baby. You know. Y'all stay safe out there. You know how we do it. We live in the mix. Gonna get in the few chapters of the holographic universe, baby. Finally got me my copy. Shout out to that white boy, man. He hooked me up with all the books I need, man, for the free. On God. But I hope y'all been doing alright. You know, we've been working on the magic, baby. I see a lot of people been coming to the page. We gonna speak on that before we go in tonight. You know what I'm talking about? Crazy world we living in right now. Hey, but you know how it is. 2020 been crazy. And I just been grinding, and keeping my consciousness clear. For real. All right, family. All right, we back live in the building. So, welcome back to another episode of Crisis Counseling, where we keep it real and we keep it transparent. Been a crazy week. Still got a lot of more days left. So, first off, you know what I'm saying, I want to say I appreciate the new family that's been coming through. Man, the page been blowing up since last night. Yeah, grand rising to you, brother. Grand rising to you. I appreciate you timing in with me and joining in with me tonight. Like I was saying, page been blowing up since last night, right? And so, man, I've been seeing all the comments. I ain't even got time to just go through them and try to reply to all of them. So, I appreciate those that's, you know what I'm saying, that's been checking out everything. Want to welcome the new family. As I said earlier, we want to thank those that came before us, right? Before us, that laid, that gave us this knowledge and information. But please understand, uh, I'm not here to convince you or, convert you to anything. If you can hear the message, then it's for you, right? I've been seeing, like I said, all the comments and, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy right now. And I'm like, bro, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But you got to go for what you know, right? You got to go for what you know. Been on this path for a long time, you know what I'm saying? Been on this earth going on 31 years, right? In this body, right? In this lifetime. And so please understand, I'm not trying to get you to agree with anything. This is me basically, you know, training my mind, reprogramming my mind on the things that I was taught growing up in this lifetime, right? With religion, school, your parents, the stuff that they taught you, right? And tonight we digging deep off into the holographic universe, right? I finally got my copy of the PDF, as I said earlier, and there's some pretty good jewels off in this book, man. And I'm just gonna cover over a few chapters. I advise you to go get the book yourself if you can find it. If you can't, you already know, hit me up, toll-free number, you know what I'm saying? Hit the cash up, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got, I can send it to you. That's how we working, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put in, right? You gotta put in for the, for new understanding. Because that's what 2020 is showing us, you know what I'm saying? Uh, that's why they can't ban me, right? That's why they can't ban me. All these different videos and different lecturers that I share, videos, you know what I'm saying? Just little clips, right? It takes a real person to go watch the whole lecture though, right? 3, 4, 6 hours sometimes. And I'd have put all my hours in with watching these different lectures and learning and actually going to get the books and reading them for myself, right? Because we get stuck on religion and don't understand religion is just another form of something that we already had created in another lifetime, right? Some of us, we can say. Anyways, I know I've been here many times, right? Many times. And this my last go around. And going through life, you know what I'm saying? Mind control is real, right? We've been saying it for the last few lives here lately, that mind control is real. And if you don't understand what your mind is and how it truly works, then you won't really understand who you are and why the way you think, right? we've been tricked to think that we all somehow are the same, regardless of skin colors, right? We've been taught we all are the same. We all are the same. And it's not right, right? You got three different type of species on this earth, right? You got the human, the God man, and the animal man, right? And it's crazy, right? It's crazy. With all the distractions going on, the truth finally coming out, right? Not just from me and the videos I post, right? Because people been doing this stuff for years. I just broke it down into a simple form so you can kind of grasp and get an understanding from it. And if you still can't get an understanding from my page, from the lectures that I listen to, then I don't know, you just probably stuck. You probably stuck on the things that you've been taught. So we're going to read off up in the holographic universe. And it's just basically breaking down a few things about how your mind works, right? How this reality is actually a hologram. And if you don't know how to master what we call the matrix, then you'll fall for any okie doke, right? You'll fall for any okie doke, right? Go vote. Vote for your life, right? Right? Vote or die. When you need to be actually going within, right? Instead of trying to, like I said, I don't try to push this information on anybody, right? If it's for you, it's for you, right? What works for me might not work for you, right? I seen a few of the comments where the brother was like, man, I don't need all of that. Cool. That's cool. What works for you is what works for you. What works for me is what works for me. And I ain't trying to, change your mind or anything on that, right? It ain't about converting nobody. It's about changing the way how I was programmed, the way I grew up, the things that I was taught. And I tell them, I watch my videos more than anybody out there. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always constantly reprogramming my mind and tapping into who I truly am. Because I've been following other people's doctrines all my life, all this lifetime anyway. So we're going to get off into part one, family, where it talks about a remarkable new view of reality, right? And this the disclaimer right here. Matter of fact, let me be like Pharaoh, put my glasses on, because I done read so many books, I'm losing my sight. So what it say? It say, sit down before a fact like a little child and prepare to give up every perceived notation, right? Follow humbly wherever into whatever abyss natural leads, or you shall learn nothing, right? Or you shall learn nothing. And this stuff, man, hey, it ain't for everybody, man. That's why I seen all the different little people that was posting they little Bible quotes, but when have they really read the Bible for themselves, right? Not what somebody told them how to read it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so it says as we continue, the brain as a hologram, right? It isn't that the world of appearance is wrong, okay? Right? You see? It isn't that the world of appearances is wrong. It isn't that aren't objects out there at one level of reality, right? Because it's different levels of reality. Different levels of reality. It's that if you penetrate through and look at the universe with a holographic system, you arrive at a different view, a different reality. And that other paranormal paranormal synchronicities, the apparently meaningful events, right? So let's go and continue, man. Cause he finna break it down and talk about how he was doing these different tests on the brain. The puzzle that first started Brigham on the road to formulating his hieroglyphic model was the question of how and where memories are stored in the brain, right? In your brain. This was in the early 1900s. When he first became interested in this mystery, it was generally believed that memories were localized in the brain, right? All of these different memories are in your brain. Each memory a person had, such as the memory of the last time you saw your grandmother, right? Or the memory of a fragrance in a garden you sniffed when you were 16, right? You just giving a little different examples. Was believed to have a specific location somewhere in your brain cells. Such memory traces were called engrams, right? And although no one knew that an engram was made of, whether it was a neuron or perhaps even a special kind of molecule, right, in your brain, most scientists were confident it was only a matter of time before one would be found. There were reasons for this confidence. Research conducted by Canadian neuroscientist Wilder Penfield in the 1920s, man, that's way back, had offered convincing evidence that specific memories did have specific locations in your brain. One of the most unusual features of the brain is the object itself does not sense pain directly, right? The object of your brain do not sense pain directly. So it's something that you know what I'm saying, you tap into. As long as the scalp and the skull has been denied with the local anesthetist, surgery can be performed on the brain of a fully conscious person, right? Without causing any pain. That's crazy. In a series of landmark experience, Penfield used this fact to his advantage, though. While operating on the brains of the epileptics, he would electrically stimulate virus areas of the brain cells, right? To his astonishment, he found that when he stimulated the temporal lobes, right, the region of the brain behind the temples, right, of one of his fully conscious patients, they re-experience memories of past episodes from their lives in vivid detail, right? Just by touching these different levels of their brain. Man, that's crazy. One man cellularly revealed a conversation he had with friends in South Africa. A boy heard his mother talking on the telephone, and after several touches from Penfield's electrode, was able to repeat her entire conversation. That's crazy. A woman found herself in the kitchen and could hear her son playing outside, even when Penfield tried to mislead his parents by his patience. I'm sorry, family. I apologize. Like I said, man, I'm gonna read so much, barely can see. His patience by telling them he was stimulating a different area when he was not. So he was lying to him at the same time. He found that when he touched the same spot, it always invoked the same memory though, right? So we talking about how the brain keep you trapped in this certain matrix, these certain memories, right? In his book, The Mystery of the Mind, published in 1975, just shortly before his death, he wrote, it was evident at once that these were not dreams, right? They, yeah, they were electrical avocations of a cyclical record of consciousness, a record that had led down during the parent's early experience, though. The patient revealed all that he had been aware of in the early period of time as in a moving picture flashback, though. Man, from his research, Penfield concluded that everything we have ever experienced is recorded in our brain. Just think about that. So you got to think about everything you watching, everything you listening to, all that stuff get recorded into the human brain. For every stranger's face we have glanced at in a crowd, to every spider web we gazed at as a child. He reasoned that this was why memories of so many insignificant events kept cropping up in his sampling, right? Because we talking about the same old memories keep coming back, right? We got to break that cycle. If our memory is a complete record of even the most mundane of our day-to-day experiences, right? It is responsible to assume that dipping randomly into such a massive chronicle will produce a good deal of trifling information, right? Niggas still thinking that voting gonna happen, right? That's gonna make something happen. Slavery still exists. All these different things to keep you locked down on a certain level. As a young neurologist resident, Pripran had no reason to doubt Penfield's enneagram theory. But then something happened, right? That was to change his thinking forever. Man, this is back in 1946. He went to work with a great neurologist, who that is, Carl Leslie. Over 30 years, Leslie had been involved in his own ongoing search for uh, elusive mechanisms responsible for memory. And Pilgrim was able to witness the fruits of Leslie's labor firsthand. What was startling was not only had Leslie failed to produce any evidence of the enneagram, but his research actually seemed to pull the rug out from under Penfield's findings. What Leslie had done was to train rats, right? Man, to train rats to perform a variety of tasks, such as run a maze, right? Then he surgically removed various portions of their brains and retested them. His aim was literally to cut out the area of the rat's brains, right? Continuing the memory of their maze running ability, right? To his surprise, he found that no matter what portion of their brains he cut out, he could not eradicate their memories. So they were still running the motherfucking maze regardless of what part of the brain of the rats that he cut out. They kept they kept doing the same thing. Often rats' motor skills were impaired and they stumbled clumsily through the maze. But even with massive portions of their brain removed, family, their memories remain stubbornly intact. Now just think about that shit right there. He doing the test on the rats, messing with their brains, but they still had that same way of thinking, regardless of what he cut out. For Pribram, these were incredible findings. If memories possess specific locations in the brain in the same way that books possesses specific locations on library shelves, right? Because this is what we talking about. Because your brain is like what we be saying, the Akashic records. All these different memories ain't nothing but a library shelf inside of your brain. Why didn't Leslie's surgical plunderings have any effect on them? For program, the only answer seemed to be that memories were not located at specific brain sites, but were somehow spread out or distributed throughout the brain as a whole, right? The problem was that he knew of none mechanism or process that could account for such a state of affairs. Leslie was less certain and later wrote, I sometimes feel in renewing the evidence on the localization of the memory trace. Okay? That the necessary conclusion is that learning just is not possible at all. So you wondering why these people run around this motherfucker? They can't learn, right? Because after they got out of school, they done graduated, if they went to college, whatever, and they just living life. That don't mean they still fucking learning though, right? That's what shuts you down. The school, the public food system shuts you down, right? Because when you get all of the information, then you go out in life, and then you're not really learning nothing until you bump your head against the wall, right? And if you're a real dummy, you ain't understanding the shit, right? Cause you stuck, right? You still stuck in the same way of thinking. And it's just a loop. It's just a loop. They keep you going over and over again. So you can have your goddamn PhD, nigga. You can have a PhD. But just because you graduated and got that PhD don't mean you finished learning, right? But that's the trick, though. They make you feel like, oh, you got that PhD, you got that master degree, you made it, right? No, you ain't made it until you understand that every day you gotta learn something new. Every day you gotta reprogram your brain. Every day you gotta throw all that old shit that you learned away, right? You got to, or you get stuck into the same loop like the rat in the motherfucking maze. No matter how many pieces of the brain he was cutting, they was still acting the same fucking way, right? Now that's deep. That's really deep, family. So Leslie was, yeah, I'll finish that part. So let's go to the next part because he used the breakthrough, right? Like I say, you gotta go and get the book yourself if you can find it. If you can't, hit me up on the Cash App or whatever. Like I said, we'll get it to you. But he shows the different little diaphragms of how he was using this different laser to, you know what I'm saying, mess with the different parts of the brain. We gonna go to this next chapter though. Uh, yeah, vision is also holographic, right? It's all a hologram, your vision. So let's continue. Then we gonna get on out of here because we almost at the 30. Yeah, we passed the 30 minute. Got a little bit more. We gonna give them a little bit more. Okay, so vision is also is a hologram, right? Memory is not the only thing that the brain may process hypergraphically, right? Another Leslie's discover was that the visual centers of the brain were also surprisingly resistant to surgical excesses, right? Even after removing as much as 90% of the rat's visual cortex, the part of the brain that receives, what you see every day with these two eyes, right? He found it could still perform tasks recording complex visual skills. Similar research conducted by a program revealed that as much as 98 ability to perform complex visual tasks, right? Such as such a situation was terminant to believing that a movie audience could still enjoy a motion picture even after 90% of the movie screen was missing, right? Now just put that in your mind. Put that in your mind. You can be watching a movie even though 90% of the picture is missing. You can still use your vision on it, right? So we talking about how the brain and your vision works now though. That's crazy. And his experiments presented once again a serious challenge to the standard understanding of how vision works. According to the leading theory of the day, there were there was a 1-to-1 concordance between the image the eye see and the way that image is represented in the brain, right? In other words, when we look at a square, it was believed that electrical activity in our visual cortex also possesses the form of a square. Crazy, man. Although findings such as Leslie seem to deal a death blow to this idea, experiments to resolve the matter and spent the next 7 years carefully measuring the electrical activities in the brains of monkeys while they perform various visual tasks, right? He discovered that not only did no such 1-to-1 correspondence exist, but there wasn't even a discernible pattern to the sequence in which the electrodes fired. He wrote of his findings. The experimental results are incapable, with a view that a photographic-like image becomes projected on the surface. And you know what I'm saying? It just shows the different pictures, right? That's why we say you gotta go get the book yourself, family. We gon' we probably gonna cut it short right there, cause it's a deep book, man.
I finally got my copy. So them first two chapters talk about how the brain works and keeps you trained thinking this certain way, right? The holographic universe, your vision, right? As brother Panic was saying, that what we seeing is really upside down because we in the upside down world, right? So as we can say it, right? We can say it, God created the universe and this and that. But it's really upside down and everything you think is true is false, right? Is to keep this hologram going. It's to keep this hologram going. But what we doing as we read these different books, as we learn the different things we learn, we breaking down this reality, right? So they want you to wear the mask. They want you to be 6 feet away from people because your energy is so high right now on a whole nother level, right? On a whole nother level. And you got people checking out because they can't take the energy, right? Because they vibrating so low on the fear, on the false information, right? They waiting on somebody to come out the sky. When you the Christ, you the light, and you the darkness, right? You the darkness, you the light, all at the same time. Where the pastors at though? They can't be found, right? Because we done shut them down with the truth. We done shut them down. We done shut them down. They can't even speak right now because they know it's not the truth. You know what I'm saying? They know it's not the truth. They been knew it. That's why they ain't speaking no more. Why you think I can post all these different videos and they can't ban me? Because they know people so trained and so programmed right now. It's just like the rat that's in the fucking maze that he was doing the test on. No matter what part of the brain he cut out on, they still stayed thinking the same way. That's what Dr. Phil was talking about, the consciousness lockdown. 2020, the battle of your mind is on the line, right? You gotta go crazy with this shit. I don't give a fuck what worked for you. If it worked for you, it worked for you. I'm not trying to change your mind. The only mind that I'm trying to change is mine, right? This shit is all a dream. It's all a hologram that you projected. You the goddamn movie projector. What you want to play on the screen is what you let play on the screen, right? Just think about it. You know what I'm saying? When you get a negative motherfucker about your life, just think about how peaceful your life be, right? Because they ain't putting that negative thoughts in your mind, right? We can talk about the power of positive bullshit all day. But at the end of the day, it's about what you projecting outside of your mind and outside of your eyes. What you trying to see, right? What you see in your mind, right? Life is nothing but a dream. But right now, it's a nightmare to a lot of these motherfuckers. Because they believe in the news, right? They believe in that if they go make one simple vote, that their life gonna change. They got you second guessing yourself. We've been second guessing ourselves since they done told us about slavery. We've been second guessing ourselves since Dr. Martin Luther King had a dream. You too old for that shit. You too old for that shit. Right? Had a brother talking about you deceived. That's the devil's work. You too old to be thinking that it's a fucking devil in the goddamn ground and he motherfucking making your life bad. That's you. It's all in your mind. It's all in your motherfucking mind. You too old to be thinking that that God had his only perfect son, right? To come die for your sins. Your sins is your skin, my nigga. Your skin is your sin, my nigga. And if you don't understand that, then you gonna stay lost in the matrix. You can't help these people get up out the matrix. You can't help people reprogram their mind. This shit is for you. If it's for you. If it ain't for you, don't come on my page. Cause I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm not trying to get you to agree with me. If you agree with what I'm on, then you just on my frequency. That's all I can say. Right? I seen one of the other, I don't give a fuck what color you is. It's about respecting who I am at the end of the day. Right? I don't give a fuck if you black, white, goddamn purple, goddamn green, whatever. Respect who I am. Right? Because if it wasn't for me being born of the true source, right? Being born of the true source and keeping this shit going, this shit wouldn't even exist. This shit'll be over like Thanos with a snap. Make these motherfuckers disappear. But they don't understand it, right? They don't understand it. But they show you in the movies all the time, right? They show you in the movies all the time. They show you in the shows all the time. But you thinking it's just a movie. By how you perceive the movie, right? Is what's going to your subconscious mind. So if you think all your ancestors were slaves, you gonna keep thinking in a slavery mindset. Oh, we oppressed, right? You've been oppressed for how many thousands of years? Wake up, man. Wake up. You can't save nobody, man, but yourself. You can't reprogram nobody's brain but yourselves, right? Family, your friends, you chose all these people for a reason. Now you gotta find that out for yourself, right? Like I said in one of my posts, I'm convinced that different people wake up different beasts inside you. I'm convinced of that, right? I'm convinced of that. All the people that turned on me like a doorknob, like I was a doorknob, they woke up another level of another beast inside of me. Right? We breaking this shit down right now in real life time. That's why they can't ban me. Right? They can't ban cuz old Tony. I be seeing them on Instagram, motherfuckers. They soaking up their knowledge. And everybody ain't gonna agree with what you own. Let them do what they do. Let them believe what they believe in. If you think it goddamn you came from Noah and Adam and Eve, you a goddamn fool. You will keep believing that shit and keep coming back over and over again, right? Over and over again. We in a time now, you gotta go crazy with your thoughts, right? Remember that time when you was a little kid? Nigga, I had all the goddamn Dragon Ball Z action figures. And nigga was thinking he was a Super Saiyan till my shit turned gold for real. And they thought I had died my shit. Man, I was really deep into that shit, right? Right? I was really deep into that shit. And motherfuckers thought I was crazy. But then when you see how powerful your mind is, and you see that shit'll scare you. That shit'll scare you. I was reading that damn Bible so hard, where I goddamn was seeing Jesus Christ. Cause I was believing in that shit so hard, right? Then I found out years later I was the Christ. You the Christ. And you Satan too, nigga. Why you came down here, you gotta figure that out for yourself. Right? You gotta figure that out for yourself. I ain't got nothing against nobody. Like I said, as long as you respect who I am as a galactic being, right? as a galactic being going through this life to get more knowledge and understanding. Cause I already seen where I'm going back. And that motherfucker way fire than this shit, nigga. You ain't gotta be worried about getting up to go work for nobody, nigga. You create your own wealth there, right? Down here, you gotta play the game. If you don't play the game, you on the side of the road like one of the homeless folks, right? And they the most free right now. They ain't worried about the bullshit that's going on, right? They telling you what time it is, really. They telling you what time it is, really, right? But the celebrities, they playing their job, right? Your politics, they playing their job, right? All the distractions there. You gotta take the control back over your mind. Find out why you came down here. I don't know why you here. I know I came down here to hey, reach out to those that's, that want the knowledge, give it to them. I get a credit to everybody though. And they know that, right? I went to listen to everybody until I found out who was the real part of my soul family, right? Shout out to Pharaoh Nim and all them boys. But once they started talking about Uncle Bobby, I said, oh, man, I know who Uncle Bobby is, man. I know who Uncle Bobby is. I know who all of them is. You know what I'm saying? Because when I first heard their voice, I say, this was what I've been looking for. But my mind wasn't ready for it back then, so couldn't even see it in my reality, right? Couldn't even see it in my reality, right? But when I was in church, I made that shit work because whatever I put in my mind to and believe, it comes alive. Your mind is it's very powerful. It's very powerful. And that's why they want to keep you on the human level. That human level of being afraid of death when there is no death for you or me. Right? The only death is fear. That's what it is. The only death is fear. Fear of the corona, of COVID. Right? When the flu done knocked out more than COVID this year, and it just started. It just started. That ain't on the news though. Right? Right? They want to control the weather. Because they know if they don't keep it cold around this mug, it's going to be on fire. Right? It's going to be on fire around here. But they can only do so much. Right? Because your mind is the real weapon. The mind is the real weapon. Your mind is the real weapon. Right? The brain is just another trap. Right? Another trap. The brain is to keep you down here. The mind is universal. The mind is forever. Your mind is the only thing that can threaten you. So if you think you sick, you gonna get sick, right? If you think you poor, you can't get rich. It's so simple, right? That's why I thank what we call the master teachers, right? I thank them. When I first got on it, it was hard. Nigga was mad as fuck. Like, you trying to tell me, nigga, Jesus that ain't real? It's in you. It's the light. It's in you. Nigga was mad though. Nigga was mad about that. Because you trained your mind so much to believe that it was real. Right? You made it real in your mind. It became real in your mind, in your heart, and through your eyes. I was getting so many visions, man. Now the visions I have now, so vivid. I be mad. I don't be want to wake up. So when we talk about stay woke, we be talking about stay woke in your dreams. But your consciousness don't go to your what we call dreams. Because you worry about this bill got to be paid, right? The car note got to be paid. You hungry, right? Right? If everybody don't see you on social media, it ain't real, right? Huh? When a few years back, we didn't have none of this shit. But the level of consciousness is shifting. So whatever you put your mind to, you can make it happen, baby. You can make it happen. So with all that being said, family, don't go crazy in a world that don't exist. It only exists because you make it exist, right? You make this shit exist. You make what go on in your life. You already visualize it in your mind through your eyes, and then that shit happen. You be like, damn, deja vu, like a mother, deja vu, and you be knowing, like, damn, didn't I go through this shit one time? Didn't I do this shit before? Man, nah, I might be tripping, right? You might be tripping, right? But somewhere back in the back of your mind, you know you manifested that shit. You know you spoke it into existence. Whether you actually spoke words or you didn't. But you felt that shit deep inside you. And when it happened, you was like, damn, man, promise I done did this shit before. I know I ain't tripping. And that spirit be your real spirit, your soul be trying to let you know, like, you just down here dreaming, nigga. Live your dream, nigga. Live your dream. Don't let nobody fuck over you and tell you any other, you know what I'm saying, thing else. Cause there's one of the great teachers, you know what I'm saying. They don't fuck with them like I fuck with them, but you know what I'm saying. Dick Gregory said this: if you don't control your mind, somebody else will. What else he said? He said, show me a person with two jobs, I'll show you a broke person, right? Cause you still in the hamster wheel. You trying to be this superhuman when all you gotta do is just chill and meditate on some shit, baby, and see that shit in your mind and watch it come forward, right? Watch it come forward. But our innocence got took away from us, right? Like Uncle Bobby said, our innocence got took away from us. We stop imagining shit in our mind, right? We stop imagining shit in our mind and start picking up the PS4 and the Xbox One and all this different bullshit to keep you going and going and going in this hamster wheel, the rat maze. Knowing you in the box, right? Knowing you in the box. And it keep you in that same way of thinking, that same way of looking at shit. Voting ain't changed shit. You better vote for you, baby. Sure, I'm saying, you better vote for you. Go vote, but don't forget that you the president of your own life. Okay, everybody their own president. But see, they can't have everybody on that level because niggas gonna be on some Nipsey hustle shit around this bitch, right? Talking about marathon around this bitch, right? R.I.P. say Nip, man. Niggas gonna be on some Nipsey shit if they really know that they their own president of their own life, right? So, with all that being said, family, y'all understand this shit is so simple. But the world can be so loud at times, right? You gotta just learn how to go into what Dr. Phil say, in your resting place. and just meditate on some shit. Close your eyes. Stop looking through these eyes all the time. Use that third eye, baby. Use that heart chakra and see your way. You know what I'm saying? See your way through your true spirit, your soul that can't be harmed, that can't die, that lives forever. Right? We not all the same. They gonna trick you and think and make you think we all the same around this bit. No, we not. Yeah, you might be, you might be white, you got blue eyes, whatever. You ain't got no curly hair. You might have a little melanin in you. You might. But you gotta find that out for sure. You just can't go out for, most of me motherfuckers think cause they own our shit, they good. And just cause you black don't mean you good either. Right? We talking about a mind frame. We talking about breaking, we told you, breaking out the matrix. It's the human brain. You gotta get into a mindset. This shit is a mindset, family. So I can burn all the candles I want, right? But if I don't believe that shit working for me, it's not gonna work. I'ma always second guess myself. I'ma always think that shit ain't working, right? So you just can't go to the magic when you want to, or when you need a little extra money, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you looking for. You just can't go to this shit when you ready, you know what I'm saying? When you want something. You gotta be on this shit every day, right? Every day. Whether it's just a simple thought like, nigga, I am this, nigga, I am the shit. I am that Nick. You is that Nick. Whatever you believe, right? If I believe I'm Thanos, nigga, I'm gonna become Thanos, nigga. We gonna end the game, baby. In the game. And chill out. Vacation, baby. Cruising for the rest of the eternity. Right? So I want to appreciate everybody that, like I said, that's new to the page. Just live your life. Find out who you are. Find your doctrine. Stop following everybody's shit when you don't know who the fuck you are. I had to lose myself to find this shit. It came to me. I didn't wake up onto this shit. This shit found me, right? I wasn't just bored one day and just typed in Bobby Hemmett. No, this shit just started finding me. You know what I'm saying? And I had to learn the process of listening. All the hours I put in, man, that's how I can sit here and just run it with you. I can run it with you, family. But y'all got the number down there. Y'all see the number. They said, hit me up. Hit the website up. This shit over though. All you can do, all this is about creating, not getting stuck in the same rat maze, right? It's about creating. Remember the innocence you had when you was a child, right? Could nobody, you believe this some shit, could nobody tell you otherwise, right? Until you said, I'm done with it. So, time to go beyond the human level of thinking. You deeper than that. You beyond that. Very powerful. So, let's get on up out of here, family. It's been a great build with y'all, and y'all know how we do it. We keep it real and keep it transparent. I can keep going, but the book's so fire, you got to pick it up yourself. So, let's get up on out of here, man. They on me up now.
Forgot you're going crazy. You can't help from out the matrix. Shit been really spooky lately. Got a pistol with no safety. Hey, for to get on up out of here, man. Y'all stay safe out there tonight. Oh, chillin', baby. Like I said, Magic back on deck. We working back 7 days a week. Let them play it. They let me get back up to 70 hours. I'm stacking, man. I don't want for shit, but this knowledge, you feel me? You know, more light, more understanding. Like I said, shout out to man all the great teachers that came before. Everybody, man, they been doing this shit so long, but the shit just, man, it's so crazy. Like it's like you gotta be on a frequency for that shit to gravitate to you though, because the bullshit gonna always be there. You know what I'm saying? The bullshit gonna always be there. You look left, you look right. They're gonna keep you distracted. Right? They're gonna keep you trapped in the matrix. It's like everybody going crazy. You can't help about the matrix. Shit been really spooky lately. Got a pistol put. It's like everybody going crazy. You can't help them out the matrix. Shit been really spooky lately. Keep a pistol with no safety. Everybody going crazy. You can't help them out the matrix. Shit been really spooky lately. Keep a pistol with no safety. Alright, family. Alright. Man, I appreciate everybody that did time, man. We finna get on out of here. Gotta get some rest, man, and study back up some more. To all gods known and unknown. I say. Rise of power to that Beetlejuice energy. And peace to all gods and goddesses. Y'all already know how we do it. We are family. Kiflam. Kiflam. See y'all next time. Y'all know how we do it. We keep it real and we keep it transparent. Peace, family. Peace. I say. Kiflam.